to remember if you're writing a letter.
The government is changing the primary curriculum, and today it announced plans to toughen up the testing of pupils at age 11 too. The new regime would start in 2016, so these 7- and 8-year-olds would be the first assessed using stricter standards. There's also a commitment to better support disadvantaged children, with the amount schools get for a pupil on free school meals rising from £900 to £1,300.
All the evidence is very clear that if you start falling behind at secondary school, then you tend to stay behind. That's not fair, and that's the basic issue we're trying to address through these proposed reforms.
The government's consultation wants people's opinions on several proposals. They're suggesting compulsory tests for 5-year-olds, providing a baseline to track progress. New, more rigorous SATs tests for 11-year-olds, plus a stricter requirement on schools to reach the new higher standards. And pupils would be ranked against each other nationally, with parents told which of 10 ability bands their 11-year-old falls into. Parents at the school we visited were worried that might pigeonhole kids.
You kind of technically just said to that kid, you know what? This is as good as you're going to get.
The idea of giving your child that information at 11, it can be quite damaging.
Supposing they're not doing very well, or maybe they're doing too well and they could relax too much. I don't think it's a particularly helpful thing.
Meanwhile, teachers' leaders are concerned that striving to make pupils secondary ready, as the government describes it, will force schools to do fewer activities like music or dance that develop children in other ways.
The job of primary schools is not to make children secondary ready. It's actually to make sure that they develop their whole capacity so that by the time they do transition to secondary school, they are well-rounded and grounded 11-year-olds who love learning.
Teachers, parents and government ministers all want our primary schools giving pupils the best possible start. But opinions clearly differ on whether ranking children by their achievements will help. Catherine Jones, 5 News.